What up, T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 12, Episode 27 review. Want to let you guys know that tonight I will be doing my Married to Medicine Season 11 Reunion Part 3 review. It will be airing tonight. If you are subscribed to my Patreon, then you got to watch the Reunion Part 3 episode early with me. That is one of the perks of being a part of my Patreon. The link is down below in the description box if you want to catch that early. But let's get into this week's episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So Ashley tells little Zayn, little teapot, that he should apologize to Ray. And he was like, no, not going to do it. I refuse. And I know I didn't do a review last week because I was on a work break, but Zayn was doing entirely too much on last week's episode. You would have thought that Bam was his baby mama. You would have thought that him and Scrappy been friends for 35 years, and that is not the case. Like, he is all on Scrappy's mangy nutsack. It's like, calm down, you little Pokemon. He gets on my nerves. He one of them dudes that, was popping back in the day when he was younger. And he still in his mind think that he is that person back then. And we all looking at him like, sir, it's 2025, not 2002. Nobody's seeing it for you. And he one of them people, one of them celebrities that want to be seen. Like, he gotta be the center of attention. Like, he gotta say something. He gotta do something. Like, he's annoying to me. He really, truly is. And Ray was not lying on last week's episode when he clocked that fake jewelry. Exactly, homeboy. Because I'm looking at him like, Zayn, you haven't had a hit song since 2002. You want us really to believe that you got on 50, 60, 70, $80,000 worth of jewelry. Hell, one chain alone gonna cost you that much. Like, stop, sir. That crap so fake. Like, please. Rasheeda, Kirk, Jock, and Kendra join them for breakfast. And Kendra tells them about Karlie's chasing T-Lo at the airport because he got mad at her because he caught her recording him and everything. And I dropped a video earlier today on Karlie's many relationships and her divorce from T-Lo. You must check that video out because it is T-filled, okay? But Karlie is just ridiculous. Like, Karlie is just, she a lost cause. It's just like, how much longer are you going to do this foolishness? Like, I just don't get it with her. I just simply don't. But then the producers show us her at the airport begging him to not get on the flight back home. And she's saying she's sorry for recording him and she won't do it again and that she needs to change. And she says she has trust issues. And he was like, but why you just can't be with me? Be with me in the moment and stop trying to do all of this extra stuff. And it's like, girl, you doing all this behind somebody that probably still got milk behind his ears. Like, he could literally be your child. This is gross. Like, I be wondering what her daughter Jasmine be thinking. Like, you married to a person that's literally my age. Like, Karlie, stop. You're a grandma. Stop. Please stop. Get a hold of yourself. Ugh. So then a lot of the cast members go to the beach. They're trying to surfboard and stuff. And the girls sit down and have a conversation. And it's Rasheeda. No, it's Yandy, the Bam, Ashley, and Kendra. And Ashley gets emotional talking about she looks at their relationships and she sees, how they communicate, and she wishes that her and Zayn were that way, and that she thinks that she should listen more and apologize to Zayn for her part. And Bam was like, I be telling her she can't talk to him the way that she does, because she be telling him like to shut up, you stupid, and all this type of stuff. Granted, I agree with Bam that she shouldn't talk to him like that, because that's just not okay. But at the same time, the fact that Ashley is sitting up here talking about she's looking at their relationships as like a guideline of how relationships should go, are you slow? Ain't nowhere in hell I'm about to look at Yandy, Bambi, and especially Kendra and say that I'm like using y'all relationships as a blueprint and as a guide on how to have a successful relationship or marriage. Like, absolutely not. And she was dead serious. Like, where did we go wrong? I blame the crack epidemic. It gotta be it. It gotta be it. It gots to be it. Because why are you apologizing to him? She just stupid. So then later on that night, T-Lo is back. He didn't leave. And he sits down and talks to Mandisi about what happened. He said that he was on the phone with his mama talking about how he had just bought Karlie this purse. And he noticed that she had her phone face down recording him. So she is so distrustful that she has a phone recording his conversations when she's outside of the room so she can know what's being said. She's so damn stupid, because if you're going to do something like that, why have the phone sitting out blatantly where he can see it and find it? Like, you're dumb. But the fact that you're even doing that shows that you ain't got no business being married to him in the first place. I mean, she shouldn't be married to him anyway. The man just had a whole baby. Now you talking about he has cheated on you before y'all got engaged and married. So why did you marry him? Oh, because he rich and he got some money. Like, as long as a person is rich or got a bag, Karlie don't give a damn how he look, how old he is, if he disabled. She don't care, okay? And that's her problem. And that's the reason why none of her relationships work out, because it's all superficial. It's all surface level. She don't really love these guys. She don't. It's so stupid at this point. And it's ridiculous, and it's sad that you've been on reality TV for 11 years and you're still the same person that you were 11 years ago. Like, there has been no growth except for financial for you. I guess the wholeness just don't leave. It just must don't leave. Okay. But I don't blame him for like getting upset. Like, why are you recording me? That's weird. That's so weird. So we find out that the Bam told Ray that, while they on this trip, it ain't gonna be no boinking, pretty much. She says they've been talking for 3 months and you're not ready for that yet. She want to see what he talking about. That's a big step to make. And I really appreciate that. And I like that about Bam, because just because you dating somebody don't mean you got to automatically get them the cookies and give them the nookies. Because, as soon as you do that, your feelings get involved. That kind of clouds your common sense sometimes. So I'm really liking the fact that she decided to take her time with him, even though they didn't already got engaged. Hopefully they have a long engagement, because child. But at least she was committed to doing that. Now, I don't know what's going to happen on next week's episode, because it looked like they're going to have a little bit of a difference on that conversation or whatever. So they're going to have like this schmex course that Karlie is going to head, because she's a licensed smexologist. You ain't even have to get licensed. We already know that you know all the tricks of the trades when it comes to that, because you've been out here for so long and then gave up that cootie cat to the janitor all the way up to the CEO of Rap-A-Lot Records. Like, girl, yeah, if you ain't learned nothing with all the people you done gave that cootie cat up to, then what was it for? what was it for? But Ray and Bam on the couch in their own little world, not even thinking about Zayn because of what happened. First of all, Zayn, once again, like I said earlier, gotta be seen, gotta be noticed, just sitting up here talking, starting conversations, being weird, didn't even speak. And finally, they just looked like, okay. And he was like, basically, I was doing too much or whatever, my bad. And it really wasn't even no my bad. It was just I was doing too much. He really didn't even apologize, but Ray let him have it and kept it moving. But I just would have been looking at him like, get on somewhere with them baby Osh Bagosh pajamas you got on. Like, go on, fly away, you Nat. So then after they got done playing the games or whatever that night and the cameras was down, apparently there was a big argument that went down between Yandy and Rasheeda because Yandy decided to bring up the whole situation with Rasheeda being fake, pretty much, because that's literally what it was. And the cast members said that Rasheeda got to yelling and stuff and talking about how they weren't friends. She ain't friends with none of them. The only person she concerned about is Kirk. And it's like, girl, you ain't even got to yell and say all that for us to understand that and know that. We know you don't care about nobody but him. And that's your husband. Go right ahead. Have at it. But at the end of the day, you did Yandy wrong. You did. You knew about this situation with the altercation that almost went down with Jasmine and her friends, and then you lied to act like you didn't know and hadn't had a whole conversation about it. And Kirk was the one that kicked this whole thing off with the Mendici situation. You and your messy ass husband did bring them in to this situation. It actually started with your messy husband trying to get the focus off of him and put it on to Mendici's. So, yeah. And now that I guess you being called out on your BS, now it's we ain't friends. I'm only concerned about my husband. I've never saw it for Rasheeda. Never, ever, ever. I only liked Rasheeda her first season. After that, everything for me has been performative and been a storyline for her. I don't know who the real Rasheeda is. Rasheeda is an idiot. I do not like her. Let her be a dumbass bitch that she is. Let her be over there with that cheating ass nigga with that dick in his throat. Like, girl, please. Please. And then later on in the episode, she throwing shots, talking about, I hope Yandy talking to her husband about all the women that he supposedly been talking to. And she even goes on to say that information about Mendici's was brought to her, but she stayed quiet on it. Like, that ain't being no friend. That ain't being no friend at all, especially with the fact that you now bringing it up and saying something about it. Like, yeah, Yandy, she's doing you a favor. The hell with Rasheeda. The hell with Rasheeda, a.k.a. Shawty Low. Like, you can't trust nobody that got her on the side of their face, got pork chop sideburns. Like, you can't trust that. Girl, no. Mm-mm. And Rasheeda got enough on her plate because at the end of the day, you need to be feeling some type of way about the fact that every time your husband is in his baby mama face, he's skinning and a grinning. And if she gave him the opportunity, he gonna be right back over there fucking. Girl, bye. Anywho, and then at the end of the episode, the cast members are pulled over by the police. They're all nervous, wondering what's going on. Some of them don't have their identification on them. The producers tell them it's the van that they're in or whatever, and then we're left on a cliffhanger for next week's episode. I'm going to give this week's episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta a B-. It was a cute little episode for what it was. I'm just wondering, when is this about to be over? When is this season going to be over? We are on episode 27. My God. How many more do we have? I'm guessing we might have like 3 more episodes or something, because basketball wise is about to start next month. So this got to be over soon. I can't take no more. I just simply cannot. But let's talk about this week's episode down below in the comment section. Make sure you guys check out my Married to Medicine season 3 reunion video, as well as the video I dropped earlier on Karlie Red's divorce. And you guys, I know I've been hinting at this heavenly expose that I got coming, and it's coming very, very soon, probably next week. You guys do not want to miss this. I've dug up so much information, but I've also started a quad expose and an expose on Britt Edie. So much good tea. Y'all know I come with the tea and I come with receipts. So y'all don't want to miss these videos because you know I'm going to come with it. So get ready. They're on the way. I'm working on them now. I'm perfecting them. But y'all, it's about to be lit, okay? Love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.